Western world, Western world. FaceChase in the Western world, Western world. And all the meanie in the Western world, Western world. Part 2 in the Western world, the Western world. It's severe. Do you love the Western world? I'm far from pure, I live in the Western world. Branded head to toe in slave labor products made by little boys and girls for pennies. But I'm happy enough to wear it, so I guess I'm a hypocrite with an opinion when I share it. I can't lie, I'm part of the problem too, and we must add all of us to that list. Pretty much that much is true. It's nothing short of shocking, but I'm saying that whilst rocking branded everything down to my socks. If they saw, they'd be clocking. The visual reality of my previous lyric. We're gripped by fear and insanities, they kill it. These tasteless makeshift gimmicks, deep racists put idiots in places for cynics. To breathe, eat, breed, basically stampede and force feed much evil excessively, but especially greed. I wonder when we will take heed of the way we're trapped to want that stuff we don't need. Everything in the last verse is the truth. My message is directed at the adults and the youth. I believe we can all benefit and take actions to help this, but instead we all sit. Everything in the last verse is the truth. My message is directed at the adults and the youth. I believe we can all benefit and take actions to help this, but instead we all sit. There are so many boarded up houses and neglected people living with their spouses, who are in that same boat too, and the pain runs through till the day becomes new. And really there is something we can do. It wasn't designed to be easy for me or you. Those times where there's no food in the freezer, nor the fridge or in the kitchen cupboards either. That is a struggle and a time where you're torn apart and dictated by depression, claiming that from the start there being no signs of positivity is vicious. The perfect life to us is there, but really it's fictitious. They say what life should be and be revolved around, but I see right down to the depths of their lies and hear the sound of their voice when projected through our airwaves. Most of us believe the propaganda, we're a scared race. Everything in the last verse is the truth. My message is directed at the adults and the youth. I believe we can all benefit and take actions to help this, but instead we all sit. Everything in the last verse is the truth. My message is directed at the adults and the youth. I believe we can all benefit and take actions to help this, but instead we all sit. Homeless people never get a looking, but are booking from officers by being drunk and drugged up. Everybody's looking. I can't blame them, it's the cycle and placement they took him from their past events, bubbling and cooking. And to top it off, they can't get a house, so they're eating from bins where stock got chucked out of the garages and stores, then they put it in their mouth. Government a savage, and I know because I was about that life a few years back, and tears steered clear fact. I am past it, I was once stuck like I was capped. Look past the surface and what you recognize will be a worn down, pain-filled, sunken disguise of what a life should really be. A homeless person once shockingly told me with tear-filled eyes that the faith of humanity has been restored by my kindness and my lack of loving of tragedy. Everything in the last verse is the truth. My message is directed at the adults and the youth. I believe we can all benefit and take actions to help this, but instead we all sit. Everything in the last verse is the truth. My message is directed at the adults and the youth. I believe we can all benefit and take actions to help this, but instead we all sit. That is the Western world, the Western world. Western world, Western world. Drinking drugs in the Western world, Western world. Abortions in the Western world, Western world.